Hey guys, we've got the Scorn of Demon Chimera Extreme version on Global. This is going to be one of the first trials in a really long time that is going to be quite challenging to do all missions on day one. I'm pretty excited, but I'm also pretty nervous. So we're going to be going in with my absolute best possible team first. I'll see about some kind of budget run after the fact. But for now, we're going all out, everything I can do to give myself as many advantages as possible to win, because I don't have Physalis, and Ibara is not as good as Physalis for this fight. But I think she can get it done. So there's a lot going on with this team. Like I said, I spent a long time planning this. I'm going to do the best, but this is really specific. But let's go ahead and try to explain what's going on. So we're going to use Shoreline Fina and Daisy. Base form is just using a few things for auto buff. We've got Pure Lotus for auto buff Spirit, Reflect Ring for auto buff Reflect, Behemoth Suit for auto buff Beast Mitigation. All of these are permanent buffs that carry over after she shifts. Myra's Mic is just for a small spirit, a bigger spirit buff on the first turn. It's not really super important. Vermilion Flag is actually not important at all. Whatever. And Reflect Ring is replaceable. It's not required. It's going to save me an action later by not having to dual cast Reflect. I can only single cast Reflect by equipping that. If you don't have it, that one is not super important. You would just have to dual cast Reflect later. Shift form is all about survival. She is using lots of water and wind resist, about 250-ish to both. Other than that, high hit points and high spirit. I'm going to be staying in her shift form the entire fight because it has a passive of auto regeneration, a really powerful auto regeneration, and that's going to be the primary healing, is her just regenerating her health. And we gave her Nethicite to help seal the boss on the healing turns. Rivera is going to be our physical tank. Now, she's got a lot going on as well. She's full evasion with the Itachi TMR for the guaranteed disease application. And she's got Cypher's Coat and Counterattack to help apply that disease. And Future Emperor to counter with AoE MP Restore to help keep our mana going. And a little bit of Esper Fill. She's going to be doing killers and physical cover. Realm is for Rod and Peril. She's also going to be doing some LB fill, some mana refill, and the Thunder Amplify. Other than that, we gave her dual cast, and she's on Carbuncle for Reflect and Dispel. We're going to be dual casting Dispel and Reflect for this strategy. So Carbuncle, make sure she's Silence Immune, and make sure Rivera is Silence Immune as well. She's on Ramu, the Esper, for Silence Immunity. And then Realm, I gave her a Phoenix Energy and Pure White Blessing, so she heals herself, because she's going to be damaging herself. That's going to be some passive healing, because, again, we're not using a healer to be able to squeeze in more DPS. Terra in the base form is wearing Passive Provoke and Death Immunity. You don't need Evasion, because we're covering physical with Rivera, so all she needs is Provoke and Death Immunity, not Evasion. Other than that, we gave her Toxic Rain and Nethicite. She's going to also help prevent that healing. And we gave her lots of mana regen. She's going to be taking the mana regens, and we want her to regenerate her mana very quickly. So lots of mana regen for after she gets drained. She's going to shift twice in the fight and help cap. Her damage contribution is very, very low, but it's still it's going to do something like 10% of the boss's health in total after capping twice. But it's going to help. So we gave her that leftover gear. It's not quite her best in slot because Ibara stole the best gear, but it's close. And yeah, there we go, her best setup. And then Ibara, we're only using the base form. She's got as much Demon Killer and Beast Killer as we could fit, and other than that, just high magic. I have no Beast Killer at all, just all Demon. No Beast, and I've got 250 Demon. And there's mine. And we're taking Ethereal the Friend, who is geared similar. I think it's going to slightly higher killers, slightly less magic. It's about the same overall. 270 Demon and 20 Beast. So more killers, a tiny speck less magic, but it's not going to matter. Okay, let's see if I planned this out properly. So it might be a little bit slowish as I very carefully follow my flowchart of skills that I made in advance. So here's the field, which is an Peril field, but we're going to use Terra to get rid of that. So we're going to summon Ramu on turn 1 for the Amplify to Thunder, as well as getting rid of the field. Phasey is going to shift, and we're going to stay in this form the entire time. She's going to cover and use her LB fill. Rivera is going to... she's got triple cast on turn 1. So we're going to Reverberation, and then she's going to cover on herself. If I can find it. Cover on herself, and she's going to Rhapsody, which is a killer buff for Beast on the friend. The friend's slightly higher EX level. Alright, Realm is going to use both her cooldowns. That's going to imperil the boss, as well as fill LB for later. And Ibaras are going to just chain. We're going to triple, we're going to Allure, and double Arashi. You see Realm hurt herself, but she's going to regenerate that. Alright, so we didn't amplify yet, but Realm's LB is filled, so we're going to amplify next turn. So this first turn is mostly set up. But on the setup turn, we did double last wall's damage. Alright, I'm gonna be nice to Lastwell. We're not gonna talk about him anymore. Okay, so there was the physical turn. Rivera is now countering, so she countered, and there's Disease. That's going to lower the boss's spirit even more. Alright. I didn't realize Rivera was so slow at countering. This is going to be unfortunate. Alright. Phasey is going to now use Provoke and Resistance Mitigation. This is also going to give her a Water Resist buff. Terra's going to shift. We're going to go ahead and do a cap next turn. So we're going to shift and power her up. Rivera, or Realm. Realm is going to limit here for the Amplify. It's 15% Amplify. Alright, Rivera now has triple cast from using Reverberation last turn. We're going to Rhapsody on mine. And then we're going to Impish Nocturne on both of the Ibaras. So now we've got 75% Beast and Demon Magical Killer on both our Ibaras. And now they're going to quad cast Arashi. Now she's still stacking. She's not going to do max damage yet. She needs one more turn to full stack her skills. Turn 2, or turn 3, she'll be at full power, and from then on she'll be at max power the rest of the fight. Okay, I'm feeling good about these numbers. Turn 2, we're already at 10%, and that was just a setup turn still, or a power-up turn. We're looking good. So this is the magic. We're going to take some damage on Phasey. Not too bad. My Phasey is very, very strong and well-geared. So, yeah, she's not taking much yet. She took very little damage, and she's going to regenerate that over the next few turns. So we're not going to need very much healing at all on our Phasey. So let's see. So turn 3, we're going to cap with Terra. Let me make sure. Let me look at everything I'm doing here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and just do our damage first. We're going to cap with Terra and chain with our Ibaras. And Terra's only going to do about 5% or so when she caps. But I mean, that was, yeah, so that was a full power turn. Looking good. So Phasey is going to, on this turn, we're just going to, I guess we can heal. We don't really need much from her this turn. Or wait a minute. Let's see, what are we going to do in here? We're going to use Rivera to refresh a killer buff. We're going to Rhapsody. Now this is going to be a lower version, but it's going to extend the killers a little bit. We're going to Rhapsody of the Wild on both of our Terras. So we're going to, let's see, make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, Rhapsody, not Terra, I'm sorry, on the Ibaras. That extends that killer. Realm doesn't need much to, doesn't have much to do here. We're just going to do some LB fill on Realm. We're going to double cast, not triple. We're going to double cast Masterpiece Sketch. That's going to fill mana. Before we do that, let's have Phasey. Actually, we can triple cast it because it only cost 4,000 health, and my Realm has 12,000, so we're good. That's going to refill mana, and we're going to heal a little bit with Phasey, so we're good. That refilled mana for our Ibaras. And now Phasey is going to heal a little bit, and we're going to Healing Ripples for even more mana regen and LB fill. Yeah. Okay. So turn 3 is a physical turn. Rivera is still covering from the cover we put up on turn 1. And she'll counterattack and reapply that disease for us. Okay, and now here's Realm healing herself at the beginning of the turn after Rivera chills out. There's the disease again, looking good. So we need Ramuh again. The Esper has worn off. We're going to go ahead and reapply that field. We're going to use Rivera to refresh killers again. This time we're going to do Impish Nocturne on both of our Ibaras. Yeah, Rivera's killers are really hard to maintain. You need to recast them a lot, but it's worth it. It is really worth it. Let's see. We don't really honestly need anything from Realm or Phasey this turn. Doing a little bit of damage here. This is also our last turn of Rod in Peril, so the damage will go down slightly in a moment. You know, Realm doesn't really need to do anything here. Neither does Phasey. I guess we can just refill mana again. Yeah, the beginning of the fight, when you're not really using Nethicite yet, you've got kind of a bunch of free actions. So let's just refill some mana, and we'll just use Phasey to heal twice. Yeah. Phasey is still covering from the turn 1 cover. Wind attack, not a problem. We've got lots of resist gear on. Yeah. Phasey's strong for this. On the budget run, I will not be using Phasey, just FYI. So Phasey is going to now put up Sexy Girl Summer, and she'll just heal herself. Let's see, turn 5. We're going to limit with Realm. Let me look at everything that I'm doing here. We're going to use Extended Tension and Overture with, let's see, Extended Tension and Overture. Overture is a healing because I figured Phasey might need it. She actually doesn't need it, so, yeah. Whatever. Terra's going to Toxic Rain. The boss is already diseased, but in case he wasn't, there is the Toxic Rain. Yeah, we don't really need much right now. So we're going to Sexy Girl Summer, Sonar Healing, and we'll Extended Tension and Overture. And then now we're going to recast Allure. So we're going to Debilitating and 3 times Arashi to get her quad cast refreshed. Debilitating and 3 times Arashi. A little bit of damage here. So this turn, Terra is going to be mana drained. And death. Now we provoked on Phasey on turn 2, but it has worn off at this point. So because Phasey's provoke has worn off now, Terra's passive provoke is taking over. That's why we did not recast her Phasey's provoke ever since turn 2. Alright, turn 6. Terra's out of mana, but we're going to go ahead and just spend this turn refreshing Ramuh. Let's see. Realm is now going to do a dual cast trick. So here we go. So we're going to reflect on Phasey, and then we're going to dispel to get rid of the accuracy debuff off of our Rivera. So we're going to hopefully I'll mess this trick up. Alright, I think I did it right. And then target Rivera. Yep, perfect. Okay, so Rivera has been dispelled to get rid of that accuracy debuff, so she can counter and apply disease. We've got triple cast from using Tension last turn. So now we're going to Reverberation. We're going to reapply cover to herself with Watchful Ensemble, because we did dispel her. And then we're going to Rhapsody on the friend, who is geared better than me. Alright. Phasey, turn 6, is going to cover and fill LB. So we're going to cover and Healing Ripples, which also fills mana. Okay, and then Ibaras are going to quadcast Arashi. Now, if we push the boss below 50% this turn, it's okay. Let's see. Arashi 4 times. Let's see. Arashi 4 times. Because the boss currently has Reflect from bouncing it off, so that'll bounce the heal back to our team. So we're actually okay if the boss goes below 50 this turn, but he shouldn't. Not this turn. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, but if your Ibaras are stronger than mine, you'd be below 50 at this point, and the boss has Reflect, so it'd be okay. Also, we're going to counterattack with Disease anyway, so yeah. And there's the counterattack with Disease, done. So turn 7. Alright. Turn 7, we're going to start getting Terra ready for power-ups. So we're going to shift Terra. Now, she got mana drained earlier, but she's regenerated lots of mana by then because of all the mana regen in the base form. So we can do this. So let's get Terra ready. Let's do this. Let's see. The boss still has Reflect, so we're still okay to push him below 50. Realm is going to... We don't actually need her LB fill skill, so we're literally just going to Rod Imperil, and then I guess we'll fill a little bit of mana. Yes. Rivera is going to do killers this turn. We're going to Rhapsody on mine, and we're going to Impish on both. And turn 7, Phasey is going to Provoke on turn 7 with Splash Fight for the mitigation. And we're going to Lagoon Shell for the resistance and magic mitigation. This way her Provoke will wear off by the time the Drain comes in. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and Chain on the boss. And this should push him below 50. The boss's Rod Imperil is back up. Yep. So he's going to start healing at this point, but he's got Disease, so he's not going to heal this turn. And even if he did heal this turn, he would... Oh, he did heal this turn. Yeah, Disease wore off. That's why you never rely on Disease. But we had Reflect up from earlier. So Reflect, or the heal bounced off of him and didn't heal him. So, yeah, that Reflect was quite important. And here's some attacks. Phase, he doesn't really care. Okay, so now we're going to use Realm to limit with Ultra Sketch. We're going to limit with Terra. We're going to just reload these two. Let's limit with Terra. What else are we doing here? Phasey. That's it for now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our damage here. This is the second Terra limit burst. So this will be a nice little burst turn. The boss is diseased and everything as well, I think. If he's not diseased, whatever. There's Terra capping. Helps quite a bit. So now Rivera is going to just double cast Rhapsody to refresh the killer. A slightly lower killer, but it's better than 0. And then Shoreline Fina is going to Nethicite to stop that healing. There's the Curagia, but it was absorbed by Nethicite, so we prevented it. Outstanding. Looks like Disease wore off, but we're going to counterattack with Rivera. And Disease is going to reapply. Perfect. Nice damage increase. So turn 9. What are we doing on turn 9? Let's see here. We're going to Ramu with Terra, because the field is gone. Let's see. Did I do the right Esper? Yep, we're going to Ramu with Terra. We're going to recast Arashi, or Debilitating, I'm sorry, and then triple Arashi. So we're going to Debilitating and triple Arashi. We're going to use Impish Nocturne on both the DPS for the killer. What else are we doing? We need mana regen with Realm. We'll do our damage first. So go ahead and do our damage. The boss is imperiled. He is diseased. Looking good. Ramuh's up. Okay. Realm is just going to do some LB fill here for mana regen. Yeah, she's fine. We can go ahead and we can triple cast, right? Yeah, she's at 12,000 or above, so we can triple cast the mana regen. Okay. Realm is living dangerously. And we're going to net the site to stop that healing with Phasey. Okay. Some attacks on Phasey. Okay, turn 10. We are going to... we're going to limit burst with Realm. We're going to tension and overture with... we're going to extend the tension to unlock triple, and then we're going to overture with Rivera, which heals. We're going to Toxic Rain with Terra this turn, because the boss has no disease. So Terra is going to Toxic Rain. Alright, Ibaras are going to quad cast Arashi. Okay. Wait for this to finish. We're looking good for a 15-turn clear. And then we're going to net the site to stop the healing. Now this is the drain turn, but again, because we used Provoke on Phasey 3 turns ago, it is worn off at this point, so she is no longer provoking. So all these drains and deaths are going to Terra again. Okay. So Realm is now going to dual cast, and please, please don't mess this up. We're going to reflect off of Phasey, and we're going to dispel the accuracy debuff off of Rivera. So we're going to reflect. Oh, I did it right. Oh, we're looking good. And target Rivera. Whew. I was so nervous about misclicking that dual cast trick, because that would sabotage the run if I did. But we're good. We're good. We're going to go ahead and Ramuh with Terra, who's out of mana, so this is a good turn for it. Rivera got dispelled, so we're going to go ahead and reapply her cover with Encore. We're going to Reverberation for the power-up. We're going to cover herself, and we're going to Rhapsody on the friend. Quad the DPS, and then we're going to cover and limit burst fill with our Phasey. Now the healing is handled by the dual cast reflect trick again. We've got reflect on phase on the boss. We'll do this. So when the boss heals, it'll just bounce off himself, not a problem. Now if you don't have the reflect ring, you would just dual cast reflect on the same unit and bounce it off that way. And you would just not dispel the accuracy debuff off of Rivera, and she would probably miss. You would lose a turn of disease, but it's more important than that healing going off. So that heal has to be stopped at all times. Yeah. So if you didn't dual cast Dispel with Reflect, you had to just dual cast Reflect by itself. Rivera would be missing quite a bit. Disease probably wouldn't be up. But we're still quite a bit ahead of the turns needed, so it would have been fine. Alright, come on, Rivera. We got budget teams to plan. Calm down. Alright, so Realm's going to LB here for the Amplify. We're going to load up our Ibaras for triple. On this turn, we're going to have Phasey, Provoke, and Lagoon Shell. Let's see. Rivera is going to triple cast and do killers again. So we're going to Rhapsody on mine and Impish on both the Ibaras. Wait for this to finish. Terra's not going to guard. We're just waiting on her. All right, let's do our damage first. So it looks like we're getting the 13 turn clear, which is great. Okay, and then Terra is going to Nethicite. This is why I gave her Nethicite a long time ago. That is the only turn the fight she Nethicites, but that was the turn that it mattered. Now, if you don't have 2 copies of Nethicite, you could have used dual cast Reflect again. That means Realm wouldn't have done her Amplify. Again, it would lower damage, but it would have been okay. And we're going to win here, so I could just quad cast, but if we weren't going to win, this is the turn you would Debilitating Allure and triple Arashi. So we would Debilitating and triple Arashi. Turn 13. Anything else we needed for damage? Oh yeah, turn 13 is the Rod in Peril. Oh, this is big time damage this turn. Rod in Peril is back up. We'll do some LB fill or some mana regen. Yeah. Okay, and then Phasey. If we weren't gonna win, Phasey would Nethicite. We would refresh killers. We would Toxic Rain with Terra this turn. So Toxic Rain, Disease, boom. Yeah, we would Nethicite here. We're not going to until after we finish attacking. You want to always do Nethicite last, just for safety. But we're going to win right here. So there it is. 13 turns, all missions with Ibara. Not bad. Not bad at all. The friend was powerful. Mine was powerful. This is very gear intensive. I'm gonna try a budget run. We're gonna see what I can do. I guarantee you, absolutely, the budget run will not get it in 15 turns. But there's an all mission clear. Okay, feels good. I was very nervous about that, but we got it in 13 turns. Oh yeah, looking good. Okay, there was the Extreme Chimera. We'll be figuring out a budget run soon. So good luck to the rest of you, and let's do it. Later.